Right, let's fire this hog off and go try to find a hog. Probably, I don't know, 13, 14 yards from the feeder. It's close. Let's see here. 14 yards. There's another stand above me, but the way it's set up, I can't draw right-handed from up there, so I had to come down here to the low stand. It's maybe 10 foot off the ground. And this one's 3 feet over my head, so it's maybe 15, 16 foot. But I can't draw from there, so I had to come down lower. Howdy ho there, YouTube. We're out at River West Ranch today. We're putting some corn in some feeders. I didn't have a lot going on this evening. I've got a tree job that's kind of in limbo. I'm waiting for a few days to get it going. And so, anyway, I didn't have a lot going on this evening, so I called and asked him if it'd be advantageous for me to come out and put corn in the feeders. Of course, I got Turkey's 20th birthday tomorrow, so for her birthday, I'm allowing her to come out and spend some time with me, so she's running the camera. We're out just putting corn in feeders, and I think we're going to set the evening and try to pick up a pig or maybe even a deer. So we'll take the GoPro, take the camera along, and hopefully find something cool for you guys to see. So bless you guys. All right, y'all, we're done putting corn in the feeders for at least on this side of the property. There's still other side of the highway. I'll probably do that tomorrow, but we didn't want to get up here too late for this feeder, so we're going to head up and see if we can get on hopefully a pig. So let's go see what we can get into. It's got pieces of elk left in it.
That mossy back monster?
Yeah. not real impressed with these. These are really expensive. That's the Bomar Beast brought it. It's a buddy of mine in Montana gave them to me for me to try them out on elk. And the one thing I really like about them is they're pretty easy to get back. You don't usually lose your broadhead if you find your elk because it usually does not pass through. It stays in the animal. I shot one elk twice and one whitetail once. None of my arrows have passed through. I shoot 75 pounds. I'm only shooting 500 grains total arrow weight this year, so I'm a little lighter. But not too impressive that I have not been able to pass through anything, especially a whitetail. And it was a very small whitetail. I get it on the elk. The first shot was 79 yards. The second shot, no reason it shouldn't have passed through. It was broadside, 24 yards. And did not hit a rib on the entry. I did hit one on the exit, and it did not pass that rib, so not impressed. But for pigs and whitetail, it'll be all right, I'm sure. Get deep enough to kill anyway. It did kill the elk. I did get the elk.
Yeah, I get to eat that meat too.
Mm-hmm. Quick change of plans. The feeder didn't go off, so we'll do a little, just kind of some still hunting. Possibly a spot and stock if we see something.
So fast. Yeah. Well, I heard one grunt, but I didn't know if it was you or the pig. And then you stopped.
Definitely be watching for someone wait real long. We should wait. There he is. He's right there.
I heard him go down pretty quickly.
I can't hear you.
I heard him go down really quickly.
Yeah, I thought so too. Watch his cactus. He's right there. It was a hard 1/4 shot.
Oh, he got himself right in the middle of that, like...
Right. There should be a lighted knock there, so be on the lookout. I'd like to try to recover that arrow. That's the right size pig. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, I still haven't found the arrow. It could be in the pig, and I'll get to the pig and kind of assess that. We may have to backtrack where he ran and try to find the arrow if it pulled out. I'm hoping it's in him. I'm gonna loop around here, try to find an easier way in there because he is in an absolute thicket. That pig did not last long after the shot. I think it probably looped around and came through here. Oh, the arrow's still in him. It's still in him. I thought it was a 1/4. It was a 1/4. I shot him in the butt. What's that?
What did you say?
I thought he was quartering two. He was quartering away. I shot him in the butt. Ended up heart shooting him. That ain't gonna pull out. I have to pull that. I just dropped my knock. There it is right there. These little lighted knocks, these are generic. A gentleman bought me those last year. I was doing a tree job for him. And he bought them for me, which was a blessing. And very generous on his part, but they're junk. Alright, let me pull the broadhead. There's the exit. I thought he was quartering two, so that's where I thought I was kind of shooting in. And I absolutely shot him right in the butt. Alright, roll him over. Should be. That's the right size too, just. Alright. That got heart, that got lungs, that got.
That was a really good shot, even though you didn't shoot it where you thought you were shooting
Yeah.
it.
Well, I thought that was his front shoulder, and it was almost a straight in shot, and I thought, no bigger than he is and as much arrow weight as I got. I mean, this broadhead is crazy sharp, so I was optimistic that I'd be able to get in plenty to do the deed, and sure enough it worked. So anyway, I'm gonna let you hold this. It's playing. We'll just get content as we drag this out. I don't want to forget my bow. So this arrow has been through a bull this year and a pig. Alright. I guess I could pull this release off so I don't get too much junk packed in it, ruin it.
I could probably just carry him with my one arm.
Here, let me have the camera. I'll just video the camera person carrying the pig out. I would much rather video you dragging it out than video me dragging it out. Hard left, watch those little cactus right there, those jumpers. What's that?
Oh, I thought you knew the arrow.
Probably want to go around those and then turn left. Had to shoot right through there. I'm surprised as noisy as that road was that we were able to stalk up on them like that.
That was crazy.
That last 100 yards or so, we were pretty quiet. We kind of found the silent step spots there. Coming into some cactus, watch it. Right behind you. More cactus. We're straddling cactus.
Where's the arrow?
Keep on going. It's on over there another 10 yards or so. She turns 20 tomorrow. Used to be my little hunting buddy, and she kind of got to where it wasn't cool no more, and I finally coerced her into coming out with me this evening. My old hunting buddy back at it with me again. Alright, just leave it right there. Take this tripod and lay it down here also. Yeah. Take that. And we'll just beeline back to the... Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yep. Video. So I keep...
Sound like they were firing off again. Them ones are far away.
I keep a game bag in the back of my backpack. Usually I don't have the luxury of a side-by-side to pull right up to the pig and haul it off, but kind of nice to have the luxury. Just want to say thanks to Joe here at Rivers West Ranch for being such a blessing. You've given me the just the freedom and the liberty to come out and do this stuff and let me use this gear. And I don't know, man, just thank you, Joe, Jonathan, Katie, Foofy, all you guys, man. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are an absolute blessing. That being said, I got work to do. Get this pig gathered up, take it home, and start slicing and dicing. Wow. Whew, yeah, that's heavy. She's heavier than she looks.
Yeah, I thought that when I was dragging her.
Thank you, young lady, for giving your life to us to be able to be sustained. And I don't know, it's pretty crazy that y'all live the lives that you do and are able to sustain yourself out here. And you're going to sustain us, so gracias, señorita. Well, Matthew 6:21 says, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And man, just putting this video together, and I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude. I was just watching that last little clip there of telling Joe and Foofy and Jonathan and Katie, thank you for letting me be a part of Rivers West Ranch and letting me go out there and sustain my family. And then some, honestly, out there. And man, I just got overwhelmed with gratitude. Just overwhelmed with gratitude. And I got to thinking about where my treasure is, and it's in people like that, and it's in people like you. I wanted to tell you guys, man, y'all bless my heart. It really do. It's such a blessing to me to be able to go out and try to put content together and then share it with you guys, and then even share my heart, my thoughts. It's rich to me to be able to do that. And you guys, this is not one of those videos that is going to get a lot of views or likes or comments or anything. Typically, this is going to be a pretty small video. This is pretty much my my core group that's going to watch this video. And my heart is with you guys, and I'm thankful for you. And I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to tell you guys I'm really, really grateful for you guys and the opportunity that we get to go out and do this stuff together. Yeah, and then on the subject of the pig squealing, it's nature, and it's nasty, and it's gnarly, and death is not casual or passive. It's brutal. I think it was the day after this video. I didn't put it in here, but I was driving down to go put some corn and some feeders for Joe, the guy that owns the ranch, and I looked across the blacktop on some more of his property on the other side of the road, and I seen a pig walking, and he fell down, and he got up and he walked a little bit and he fell down, and I thought he must have been hit by a car. So I went over, took my bow, went over, and it took me a while to kind of get in position, but he couldn't walk but maybe 2 or 3, 5, 10 feet sometimes, fall down. Sometimes as soon as he would stand up, he would fall back down. And so I opted to just go put an arrow in him and put him out of his misery. What was taking potentially hours or even days took about 30 seconds, just 25 yards away, and just put one through his heart. And he hemorrhaged out and died pretty quickly there. And of course, you heard in this video, you seen the shot, you heard the squeals, and then about 20, 25 seconds later, you heard those last few squeals, and that was the end of that pig's life. He died. He perished right there. And so it's brutal, it's nasty, it's gnarly, and I'm a carnivore, and it's just how I do it. It's I hunt versus most people go to the store and buy it. In my mind, I see that pig. He was living his best life now, if you will, and an arrow ran through him, and 25 seconds later he was deceased. And I like it that way, where a lot of folks, their animal is born in a pen and lives in a kennel his whole life, and poked and prodded and medicated and all this stuff, then goes to a slaughterhouse and goes through the process of what they go through in a slaughterhouse. And I'm not by no means knocking that. I'm not anti-carnivore. I'm not anti-meat. I'm not anti-go buy your meat at the store. But I really enjoy being able to go out and get meat off the land and bring it home. And that's the brutality of it is sometimes you have to hear the screams of the animals, and kind of makes me think of just how realistic that it is for each of us. Each of us in this, watching this, each person that hears this is going to confront that one day, and you're going to breathe your last. And I just want to ask you if you're ready to stand before God and give an account, because he's either going to say, well done, good, faithful servant, or depart from me, for I never knew you. And man, in my heart of hearts, I really believe there's a lot of people in the American church that know of him, that don't know him, and he has no clue who they are in the context of knowing us. He knows who you are. He knows the hairs on your head, but he doesn't know you in the context of having a relationship with you that allows you to spend eternity with him. So that's what I want to leave you with. I ask you to prayerfully consider where you're at in that, and do you have a relationship with him? And if not, man, I challenge you to think about those days that you're going to breathe your last and stand before him. Ain't no escaping it. All of us are going to do it, and I hope you're where you ought to be. And if you're not, I pray you'll make the decision to get right. Bless you guys.